torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. On the Broncos sideline, get a look at their head coach. These guys getting to the point you start to hear whispers about perfection. They're 9-0. Running the show across the field, the head coach of the Raiders. This guy's coming off the bye week, so we'll keep an eye on it, Brock. Maybe a small advantage to them because of that. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And as they get set, Carter, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They'll throw. First play with Nix. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's going to be first down, Denver. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
At the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Nix. Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 35.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Looking slant route, complete. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone.
Broncos, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Nix now on first and 10. Finds him on the slant. And they take him down right along the 30.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's good.
Okay, the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Nix with it on first. Has a man, that's Cortland Sutton. He's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
12 more yards.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
First down.
Once more, it's Nix. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos break the tie here in the first. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
Yeah, I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their third touchdown in 3 drives. On first and 10, here's Nix. All in left side. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Short pass brought in. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. the start he is on. This is going to be a heck of a performance if he and his quarterback can keep this pace up today, Brock.
And by starting so strong, he's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to start dictating coverage to him, and it's going to open up his boys.
And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
Next to throw again. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Nix's pass. Intercepted.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they're going to be looking for a little redemption after their interception last drive led to a tie ball game, 14-all. Throwing on first down, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. Nix from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up third down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Complete beyond the marker. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Well, if early results hold here today, partner, it would appear that this guy's in store for a busy game. They've already made it a priority going his way.
They always want to get a guy this talented the ball early, right? Just get him in confidence, get him in rhythm. But this game lines up well against this defense who right now has got no answers for his game.
Not in the time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Has him running to combat. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again, here's Nix. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10.
The 23-yard line.
They'll throw again, Nix. Mims with the grab. And he'll go down here at the 16.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Throwing in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset even in early.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Their winning streak, a very impressive 9 games, and they lead here with a chance to take that streak to double digits. Here's Nix to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. There he goes again. He could do it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 13-point lead.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Nix looking to throw. The catch is made near the edge. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds. Second down now, 7 to go. Nix.
Brings up second and
Caught
7.
quickly on the slant. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
5 yards on the play.
Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the pushes at that 35-yard line. Pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down Denver.
It's a gain of
All set to go now from the 35.
And the Broncos first down.
Nix now on first and 10. Looking slant route complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. New set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
A gain of 14. First down, Denver.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Ball's caught. And we might be close to this lead growing again. And that play gives him a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. Brings it in. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Let's see what they want to do here. It's second and inches.
Brings up second and goal.
Once more, it's Nix. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Raiders will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Nix's pass intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third.
Motion.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Working quickly here.
Pickup. It's second and inches at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out.
It's a gain of
We've set it down
23 yards.
from 37.
That's good for a Broncos.
Nix with it on first. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Broncos.
From the red zone on first. This one's caught.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
At the 6-yard
Off the
line.
play fake. Here's Nix. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Broncos.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking out that last touchdown.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
17-yard line.
From the red zone now. Caught near the goal line. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a first and goal.
Broncos first down. First and goal. At
Nix from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Throwing on first down, Nix. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Second down, looking for options. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Let's see how that last incompletion affects this third down call.
And less than a yard.
Here's Nix. Complete beyond the marker. That goes for a gain of just one. And that's good for Broncos first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
And the Broncos.
He'll throw again. Nix. Continuing to move past the 45. And now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
48-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
That's another Broncos.
Nix to throw again. Finds him on the slant. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
Broncos first down. First and goal, Denver.
He's going to throw it again. And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos trying to end this before the final quarter. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. On first down, it's Nix. Caught quickly on the slant. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Second and 2. At the 33-yard line.
Throwing now, out of the shotgun. Looking slant route, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Connecting on the slant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for Broncos first down.
First down, Denver.
They are throwing it again. He's got a man left. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Offense is set. This is second and 2. Once more, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. We might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. They can touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal. Nix looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Nix now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. We'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. Short pass brought in. And they're going to catch him right as he gets this to the 30. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Move the chain! Gotta move that chain! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Cut out left. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. It is cut left side. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. Rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Broncos football, and they should be able to coast right through this 4th with that kind of lead. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
It's 16 yards on that play, and that's good for a Broncos first down.
16 yards. And the Broncos first down. Sticking
to the air here. Throw left side, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver. They'll throw again. Nix. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going.
Hold on, set. Ready.
Throwing on first down, Nix. All the way left side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Nix to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Denver.
Hold on, set.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Continuing. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Raiders get to it. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. In their last series, we never really got to see what the true final outcome would have been because they fumbled things away early.
They sure did, Kate, and that adage is true in the NFL. Ball security is job security. Got to protect the rock.
Connects with his receiver. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hold on, set.
On first down, it's Nix. Caught quickly on the slant. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hold on, set.
Throwing here, Nix. Looking slant route complete. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a short yard gain to find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. That's a perfect play to break it big.
Connecting on the slant. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
And the Broncos first
Hold on,
down.
set. Ready.
Throwing again, here's Nix. He's got a man left. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard
From the
line.
red zone on first. Catch made. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Another score for him this game. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around.
Hold on.
Nix with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
At the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
Shotgun
second
snap to
and
Nix. Fired in there and caught. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
First down.
First and 10 from the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, motion. Coming, I'm coming. Ready. My name is Hudson.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Second and 10.
Once more, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Complete to Mims. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Broncos ready to move to a perfect 10-0. 1st and 10 from the 43. Nick's from the gun. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Denver.
They're going to pass it here. It is caught left side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Gain of 15. First down, Broncos.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Throw is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll throw again. Nix almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
In the end zone.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal.
Motion. Hey, alert motion.
Now Nix. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
The Broncos are running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And yet another